So this is a video update. I want to fill you guys in on what's the progress and what's going on with my Airstream that I wanted to set up to Airbnb. Let's take a look. So the very first thing you'll notice is a brand new AC. And the thing that I learned about this thing is, even though this AC is pretty expensive, I think it's like 400 bucks plus, these units, these control units are sold separately. So not only you have to get the right AC, but you have to get the proper control unit, which I failed to do, so I got the wrong one. There's like a different one that had to have like a thermometer or something like that. So I had to order another one. I didn't want to damage, I wasn't quite confident about my skills, so I had to pay somebody to install this thing for me. But now it's working. And another thing is here, it has like a optional heat unit, but turns out they have to buy that thing separately and install it inside separately, so it doesn't have heat. It only blows cold air, but it does blow really cold air, and I'm really happy about that. So that's a major thing. Now, the thing that I learned is you need to get, I was thinking I was going to do like a regular extension cord to this Airstream. No, you need to get like a heavier gauge. I think it's like a 10 gauge 20 amp, but just you have to buy like a $50 thick cord, because if you're going to run AC and you're going to run lights and you're going to run a water heater, you know, your cord's going to get too hot and it's not going to be stable enough power. But yeah, I think it's coming along. We made custom couch cushions here. They look nice. You can tell the carpet, the previous owner, they put carpet in here, and that's probably a really bad idea if you're going to be wearing shoes inside, and especially if this is going to be an Airbnb, you're going to get it stained. I mean, I had somebody working in here and it gets stained every time, so I think I'm going to tear it up and put some kind of like linoleum sticker type of floor. Got nice little string lights for to set the mood in here. I think they came out really well. They look pretty homey. Got a brand new like kind of like a cheap $100 memory foam mattress. It turned out to be so good and so comfy that I bought one for my room too. I had a spring mattress that was kind of hurting my back because of old springs. Yeah, screw that. Mattress technology has come a long way. Oh, you don't need any springs in your mattress. Just this memory foam block, like a $100 one would do. It's great. So part of the main issue is I had, or the main stumbling block to my, you know, to the whole progress of me actually putting this thing on Airbnb has been the plumbing. It's been a giant pain, and it's making me a little nervous. But I think that my investment is going to pay off. I'm not sure how much, but you know, buying this Airstream for like $12K, then putting thousands of dollars, you know, kind of like rehabbing it. Maybe it would have been a smarter idea just to save up a little bit more money and to buy like an Airstream in a much nicer condition to begin with all the plumbing and everything working. But I got ahead of myself, and I really wanted one, and I was like kind of bought once, and I thought I was going to replace the plumbing myself with PEX pipes, and I was like, how hard is that? It can get pretty hard if you don't know what the hell you're doing. And plus, the issue is I work, and I would only be able to do this thing on the weekends, and it would probably take literally half a year if I was to, you know, redo all the plumbing myself in here, and because I'd, you know, not buy the right stuff or it wouldn't work correctly. So I just decided not to waste a whole bunch of time. Would be to hire a contractor, you know, a plumber or like an RV specialist, which brings me to another point. It's tough to get a good one. I had bad experiences with the contractors. They're pretty flaky. There's a local plumber who's really cheap. He like charges like, you know, 60 or, you know, 100 bucks to come out. But this guy's just flaky, and almost all the contractors are very flaky, and just they come out one day, they oh, they look at your thing and you're like, oh, I need, this is not right. I need this other connector or whatever, you know, and I'll come back later. And then never come back. And you're like making phone calls with them, and it's moving so slow to the point of like, I was calling around, and all the Airstream repair places, they want you to bring in your Airstream, tow it in there, and then use their tools and they would fix it. And that'd be a great idea. However, it was such a tight fit to get, such a pain in the ass to get this Airstream into my backyard that, like, screw it, it's stuck in here. I'm not moving it. I need somebody to come out here and actually, like, that knows what they're doing. And unfortunately, fortunately I did find a guy. Unfortunately, he's very expensive. He's, wait for it, $150 an hour, 2-hour minimum, plus $150 traveling fee. So let's see, he'll come, yeah, that's three. It's just $450 for him just to come out. And usually, you know, he puts 10 hours worth of work. He'll invoice you for $1,200, and he'll just do, I mean, he's good, he's decent, he's getting stuff done. But if you know, if you have something for him that's labor intensive, man, you're dropping thousands of dollars easy. And at that point, it's like, fuck, man, maybe I should have just bought a more expensive Airstream to begin with. But what can you do? I already have this one, and you know, I'm gonna try to finish this project. But the issue, okay, so to begin with, when we turned on the water, I had a leak right here, and I thought that this copper pipe was gonna go right underneath this fiberglass tub. So I thought I was gonna remove the panels from the bottom, and I was certain it just goes underneath the floor. So if I remove the panels on the bottom, I'll get to the copper pipe and I'll be able to patch it. Nope, bad idea. I removed the panels for nothing. The actual copper pipe snakes around in here, and I'm thinking, who the hell would make it like that? But apparently that's how they built this stuff in the 60s. Luckily, this guy has his head on his shoulders screwed on right, and he's really good. And what he did, he ended up snaking PEX all the way through here, and it comes out this side. So I have a new toilet here that works. So you always underestimate, you know. I thought that was when I turned on the water, plugged it in, the water leaked, right? And I was like, okay, I'll just have somebody fix just this one leak, and then boom, my thing is going to be up and running. I'll be able to rent it out. No such luck. As soon as you patch one thing, something else starts leaking. You know, that's just the thing with these old trailers from the 60s. So just be prepared. You know, if you're going to get one of these, there's going to be leaks everywhere. Once you patch one thing, you're going to spring another leak. Another thing that would have been really that's not easy is to the hot water heater. I don't want to run my hot water heater on propane because I don't have a car, so I don't want to like make all these trips to replace the propane tank, so it'd just be a big pain. So I want an electric water heater, or replace my water heater. That would have cost a lot of money for him to do, because it would have been like really time intensive. So luckily this guy is he knows what he's doing, and he just recommended putting a one of these like electric heating elements in reusing my old water tank. So the switch for that is right here, if I want it here. And then that goes to the water heater back here, and then that heats up the water. Now I haven't tested it yet because we still have leaks, and I'm going away on a trip to Burning Man. But this guy, I gave him the code to my back gate. He's going to be coming in here and working, but hopefully he's going to be able to get this thing sorted out. I don't know. I think it's like a 5-gallon water tank, and I don't know how long. That's probably not going to be a very long hot. You know, it's going to be a hot shower. It's not going to be a very long hot shower, but hopefully, when people rent an Airstream on Airbnb, they're not expecting like unlimited hot water. So there's that. We had to replace. As you can see here, all sorts of stuff. He got a brand new sink. I mean, even these sinks here were leaking. This is new. As soon as we turn on the water, so yeah, a lot of little plumbing issues. Let me show you the hot water heater. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Here's the heating element that he put in. That runs on electricity. And as soon as we start, this is the old thing. I think this is from the propane. So as soon as we start using it, and then it did heat up, but it gave us hot water. But then this valve started leaking. And so I had told him about it. He came back out here again, and he put in a new valve. But then once he put in a new valve, we had some kind of leak. It's dark, you can't see, but we had this overflow thing here. Just you turn on the water and just like it just starts pouring out. So yeah, lots of little leaks. But I'm still glad I bought this thing, man. It's really cozy. I had like a big backyard with just pavement, and there was nothing here. And now I have this thing. This thing is like already, after hanging out with friends and it's getting dark, I invited already several people back here to drink beers and stuff like that. And it's this, I didn't have a good living room. I have a very tiny little one-bedroom, place with no furniture. And this place is great, man. I was even able to invite friends back here and hang out. So I already used it. I'm already happy I have this thing. It's these little lights. It's got a nice mood. It's got like a homey little cabin to it. So if anybody is thinking about getting Airstream for their backyard to like a little office as a hangout spot, I'd definitely recommend it. And still a work in progress, but I'm really anxious to make a video about when I actually finally list it on Airbnb and start getting some first customers. I'll keep you guys posted.